Okay, I've made her down by the creek. Some really cool rocks down here. I want to show you a reflection. Right there. That's a reflection. I thought it was something else, but it kind of blew me away. I don't know if I can get that in the camera. Let me zoom in on it. Mosquitoes are heavy down here. Monsters. I've never seen them. Look like Alaska. Let me see if I can get down and get a shot at this, because this is really cool. See it right there? That's a reflection. Isn't that awesome? Get up a little ways, see if I can get it. How cool is that? You can see that those ferns are upside down. It's reflecting off the water under a log. There's a log right there. I think it's a cedar log. It's a big son of a bitch. Biting flies are out. There, trying to get it tipped where you can see the log. Getting ate alive by mosquitoes. That's the log right there. But that reflection is awesome. Get down here where I can get it. Getting chewed alive by mosquitoes. Had it a bitter. Okay, enough of that. Okay, sun's kind of changed, so it's a little bit harder to see. I'm going to zoom back down. A little bit scary coming down here by myself. Hear all kinds of noises and your head can just go wrong on you. What do we got up here? Looks like a great big maple tree. Oh yeah, that's a dandy. There's a burrow up at the top. Let me zoom that in. That's pretty cool. Okay, that's a big old maple right there. It's a lot bigger than what the camera's showing. There's a burrow right there. I'm blowing flies off me. You can see that nobody's ever been down here for, I don't know, probably since the 30s. They're not allowed to cut in these creeks no more, so that's a good thing. But it takes a long, long time for them to grow back. So I'd walk down this log right here, which is pretty dangerous. You don't want to do this by yourself. You see it's not very far down. It's only about 5-6 feet off the ground, but you're hitting rock. You could twist your ankle or anything, and then you can't get back. I'm back in here probably, I know, a good 6 miles. There's a real pretty part of the creek right there. You can see the bugs. Man, it's just nothing but bug heaven down here. And this creek just weaves under logs. Goes 10-15 feet each side, weaving back. Some parts are just like quicksand. But here's this log I'm standing on. See, now that's about 6-8 feet. No, that's only about 5 feet down, 6 feet down. But still, you don't want to fall on them rocks. You could break your leg. Twist your ankle, and your trip's over. And who are you going to call down here? I got nobody to call. I had a couple people who were helping me with this, but it's just too hard for them to get down here. I've done this for years, and I worked for the Forest Service fighting fire, so I've ran up and down draws and done it my whole life, hunted. But we made her down by the creek, and we've only got not too far to go now. It's just a hop, skip, and a jump from here. Once I get up on the other side, there's a stump, tree growing out of it. You can see how much moss is on them. Not too much sun gets down here. That was a pretty good sized tree. That's probably a 500-year-old tree. You barely see the mark where down at the bottom right there where they put the boards in. But this creek is pretty cool. I came down here and I was looking for gold, and I found a few pieces. And there's a lot of gold in these rocks. I've never dug down to see if there's gold down. They say you dig down to hardpan, get past this gravel and hit hardpan, but I've never tried it. I hate digging up the creek. There's kind of a cool rock. Let's see if I'm zoomed down. Oh, I've zoomed up. There we go. Pretty cool, huh? There are some awesome rocks down there. I got a couple in my pocket. They're pretty nice too. Another piece I got up here drying, and that's quartz. Milky quartz, I think is what they call it. But I'll take that home and look at that. You can see that damn near looks like a black gold. Don't know if there is such a thing, but that almost looks like black gold to me. But it could be just some type of matrix on it. I'm not sure, but I'll take that home and check these out. Man, I am getting chewed alive down here, but it'll be all right. I got to put these tags in. I got my tags all the way down the creek now, so I know where I'm going. There's kind of a cool rock right there. You never know what's in these rocks. You got to take them home, clean them up, and then take a look at them with a loupe and see what they look like. I hope you can hear all the birds. A lot of birds out, a lot of birds nesting. That probably sounds pretty cool. Biting flies, though. These flies, boy, they're just bloodsuckers, let me tell you what. Vampire flies. And they'll get on you and bite hell out of you. There's kind of a cool rock right there. Now that's almost like milky quartz. Yeah, it is. That's a pretty good sized chunk right there. See, that's milky quartz. I'd have to take that home and clean that up. But I'm going to set these down. See, I got me a little pile right here. Got me a little pile of rocks. That's kind of a neat piece. It sounds like, let me tap it on here and you can listen to this. Now that little piece right there I think has gold in it. I'm not real sure. But we'll take her home and take a look. But it's kind of a cool sound. I don't know exactly what that is. That might be basalt. Let me get her in the sun and we'll take a look at it. I really love looking at these rocks because you never know what you're going to find. Something in that. I got to put this in the sun, let it dry. Okay. Well, this is a really neat. Look at them bugs. That's almost like a rainbow. Isn't that cool? Look at that, isn't that wild? I like that. Look at that. How cool is that? I'm just kind of tipping it back and forth. Oh, look at that. Isn't that awesome? Let me see if I can zoom that in. That's fucking killer. Yeah, I've seen this many times. I think it's a reflection. I've seen this before in the woods, and I walked through it, and it blew me away. It's about, see, I can't get at it. It's up a little higher. See, there's a log right there going across. That's a log going across right there. And it's up above that. See that? Isn't that cool? I think it's a reflection. But I've walked through these before, and it's like being in, I don't know, just a strange world or something. Like everything's all fuzzy and weird. So we'll check that out and see what that is. I'll take it home and look in the computer. See, now it's gone. But right there, I think it's a reflection, maybe off the camera. Because I've never seen it red. I've seen it like that, and I've walked through it, and it's just weird. But I think that might be a reflection. We just got to get her home and check it out. There it is. I'll try to hold it still. Damn biting flies. Yeah, it might be a reflection, but that was cool because the sun's coming down there and you can see them bugs. There they are. See how many bugs there is? I mean, they're just everywhere. Okay, this was really cool getting down here. We're getting closer and closer and closer. There's some water skippers right there. Let me see if I can zoom the little water skipper in. When he moves, you'll be able to see him. Let me see if I can zoom that in. There he is. See him moving? Those are little water skippers. Aren't those cool? You'll see these all over. You'll see them down by the river, but these are a smaller one than down by the river. Look a little bit different, a little bit, oh, they're really, really cool. But you can see them moving around. But the creek, this creek is probably gonna, it's running on both sides, you can see it. Not much action going on, I'll tell you that. In places it goes underground. It's really cool. Okay, that's where we got to go, is up there. Let me zoom this back down. We got to climb that, and that's a real bitch. There's the top up there. Maybe a little bit further than where that glare is right there, that sunny spot. So we'll get up there today. Haven't seen no bear, no cougar. Oh, I'll show you the cougar marks when I get up on top. I'll shoot another short film and I'll show you that. Okay, well, I'm going to head on out of here and see what I got going here. I do got a couple nice pieces of rock. Let me see if I can get that clay one, because I think that's got gold in it. But it may break all to hell before I get it home, but I'm going to go ahead and put it in my pocket anyway. I'm going to leave this milky quartz here. I'll come back down and I'll get that, because I've already got a pocket full of rocks. Okay, I'll climb up this log right here. Okay, we're on the log right now going up. Got to be real careful on these logs. Make sure you jump up them, down on them. Make sure they're not rotten. You see how far we got to go? I mean, it's a long ways on this log. 30 feet. And there's nothing to hold on to. I'm just balanced. I'm just taking my time, keeping my balance. Okay. Now we're back up where we can, let's see, this is awful wet in here. It's just nasty, and you got to be careful, because when stuff ain't growing on top of the ground, be real concerned, because it could be quicksand. There's a lot of quicksand down here in this bottom. Let me make my way across this face here. Okay. Now we're back up by the monster maple tree. This is really cool. This is the biggest son of a bitch I've seen for years. And I'm standing in front of it. Whoa! Oh, see, I almost took a dive backwards. You don't want to do that. Hit your head and you're out. Fucking animals will come pick your bones. There she is. And she's a beaut. That's a big son of a bitch right in the face. Okay. It's a bit, let me zoom it. It's a big cocksucker. I would say it's probably, I'd say it's every bit of, I'm just going to take a wild guess. I would say probably 400 years old. See that? Look at that. Look at that branch up there. How that branch grows up out of there. How cool is that? I mean, this is just one big fucking maple tree. I hope they never cut it. Look at that. Theirs looks like another face in there. But this is shit kicking. Now I've lost my gun. Okay, there's my gun. I got to pay attention. Get to shooting these films, I forget my gun, where my gun's at. But look at that. Ain't that a big son of a bitch? I'll show you the burrow again. I've showed you this tree before, but I film it every time I come down because it's so kick-ass. Because you can tell right there, look at that. That's the root ball going across there. Well, let's zoom back down. There we go. There's the root ball. I mean, it goes from there. You can see the light up at the top. And then the edge of where that green's at, it goes all the way across. Look at that. That is one big fucking tree. Man, that's a big one. See, there's another tree growing out of it. And it's big. I mean, it's a branch growing out of the bottom, turned into a... Let me see. It's growing right out of the root ball. That is kick-ass. And you see how big that one is. I mean, that's like a branch. Let me get over here and take a look at that. Oh, here's the cat marks. I'll show you right now since I'm up here. There's the cat right there. He clawed up that tree. The last time I was down here, I haven't been down here for a while. But he'll mark these trees. When I come down, I'll look at the trees. I always look at the trees to see if he's following me. And every time I see marks, every place I stop, maybe take a break or something, if there's a cedar tree in the area, he's clawed on it. Okay, let me see if I can get turned around here. Show you. Okay, that was just the wind. Oh, that freaked me out. It sounded like something running down the bank. There it is right there. Look at the bark on that. Man, it's a big bastard. See, there's that branch growing out way up there. Let me zoom that. Look at that. How kick-ass is that? But I'll film this tree every time I come down because I just love it. It's fucking huge. Okay, I'm going to let you go because I got to do a little bit of climbing on the other side.